Hi guys, welcome back to HAG Studios. Today I'm at a garden, but it's a very unusual garden. In fact, it's a food forest. It's Latoya Panton's My Jamaican Food Forest, and here she grows some very unusual trees, fruit trees, as well as other plants. Latoya is here to show us around, so I want you to stay with us and walk with us through My Jamaican Food Forest.
Welcome, Faye, to My Jamaican Food Forest.
Wow, I am so excited to be here. You know, I've been following you since, I think it was last year you went to Kenya.
Yes.
And then you chronicled the whole visit on your
On
Facebook. And I followed you. So I learned about the apples that you have here, which are
Wambugu apples.
Wambugu apples.
Yes.
And I've been interested ever since. So I'm happy to be here, Miss Latoya.
Welcome. It's nice having you here.
Yeah. And I have to comment on the water boots. I love those water boots.
These are my little thing for getting around.
Yes.
I feel more like a farmer. So
Yes.
my little
Yes,
thing.
I like them. I like them. So you're going to show us around?
Yes, so
Right.
welcome. Let me show you what's growing on here in the
Yes.
forest.
Okay, so where are we going to start?
I will start from the front, so I'll show you what we have from coming in, what we have growing on. So over here, so this is the entrance walking into my yard, because all of this is at home.
Uh-huh.
So it's basically my backyard garden that is not just at the back, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
So I have growing here, I have pumpkins, I have Wambugu apples, I have pineapples, I have purple sweet potatoes.
There are pineapples here as well?
Yes, I have pineapples. There's one, a ripe one is over there. I'm gonna get that one soon.
Okay. Oh, yes.
Pineapples, and I have my herbs. I have rosemary and lavender growing along there.
Oh, here's a nice
Pumpkin.
pumpkin. Just sitting very relaxed there. You reaped a lot of pumpkins from this patch, eh?
Right, so I got 153 pounds of pumpkin, one harvest from just this little space right here.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it was an amazing, that was my biggest pumpkin harvest ever from such a very small space.
Yeah, that's quite a lot.
And it's the same vines that are growing again and producing even more pumpkins. So it's amazing. I've learned a lot from this.
How long pumpkin vines last for?
I know, I am learning because I've planted pumpkin before, and when I got the pumpkins, I pulled out the vines.
Okay.
So I thought that was it, but no, I'm learning that they send up new vines, they continue to
Yes.
send out new runners and new pumpkins.
Okay.
So this will be a learning point for me now. How long can this vine produce?
Right. So you just leave it in place, and I guess you'll wait until it looks like it's bearing no more.
Yes, and then I'll see how long it takes, because I'm very amazed. I didn't know I would get more pumpkins.
Yeah,
after that crop.
that's a nice one.
So,
That's a
it's been
nice one.
interesting, but I have quite a few things, because what the idea was, I planted the apple trees here first. This was to be just Wambugu apples when you walked in, but then I thought I needed to eat something while I waited. So, and also using it as mulch. So I'm using the sweet potatoes and the pumpkin as mulch, and along with wood chips, just to reduce the watering.
Yeah.
So I did that, and
So it keeps the ground cool and moist.
so I've been eating while I'm waiting on the apples.
Okay. And these are the apples. Those are very tall ones. Were those taller before, or is it because of the location?
No, they were small. They started off small.
Like
and then
about a foot?
probably about 12 inches.
Yeah.
I got the bare root and grew them up a little in pots. Then I put them in here,
Uh-huh.
and they just took off.
Okay.
So now I've got blossoms, which I lost a lot of the blossoms, and some fruit. They fell off, so I'm learning.
Is that during burial, because of
No,
burial?
not because of burial. I think I was having a little nutrient imbalance, so I'm working on fixing all of that, feeding the plants and getting them. But I want to make them really get nice and strong, get strong branches, so that they can hold, because these trees produce a lot of fruit. So I want them to be able to hold the fruit, be able to manage when it starts giving me the fruit.
About what is the maximum height that they grow to?
These are dwarfs, so they should be, we're told, 9 feet.
Okay.
So, but they do have two varieties. You have the bigger trees and you have the dwarf. So
Okay.
we have the dwarf trees here.
And those dwarfs you can grow in pots.
You can grow in pots. I actually do have some in pots, which I'll show you. And they are doing very well. That's where I harvested. My first apple came out of a pot. That was from a potted plant.
So you got one apple so far.
One apple so far, and I lost a lot. I got quite a few apples on trees, but they fell off. They aborted. So I'm learning.
Okay.
I need to find out. That was very heartbreaking.
Yes.
So I actually ate one of the little green apples because I said no.
Yeah. You can't throw it away.
Yeah. So this is, you know, my apples out here at the beginning, and then coming in we have figs.
Figs, yeah. And this is.
So this is a purple fig here, and it's two types that I have growing right here, and it's really nice in the mornings. I get up and come and pick a fig. I'll just come out and just walk and eat.
And you said your husband picked one this morning on his way out.
Here and he picked one. So
Yes.
he likes them, so I enjoy when he enjoys having my fruits.
Right, that's good.
And we also have passion.
This
fruit
is
right
passion.
here.
These leaves are
Or
big.
this is a fig.
No, this is a fig.
And then the passion fruit.
Yes.
So we have right here passion fruit, figs, and pumpkins all in one, and they're doing well. And I have my star fruit tree over there, which also has a pumpkin growing in it because the vines went up.
Yeah, the pumpkin
So-
will take over if you.
Yeah, but we
If
have
you
a
let
few.
them.
We have a few star fruit left in there, but it was like a bumper crop we got from this tree.
Okay.
So I shared them with my neighbors in the community because
Yeah.
I didn't want to see them on the ground. So
Okay.
I shared them instead. And then over this side
This
here,
is your mulberry bush. Round and
mulberry.
you remember the
Round
poem?
around the
Mulberry
mulberry
bush, the
bush,
monkey chase a weasel.
So this is our so this is nice. So in the mornings we just come out and we just pick mulberries. And so we have fruits coming in now, and it's a really delicious fruit that I really enjoy just coming out and picking.
Yeah.
I have to share with the birds because they come and
Oh
feed
yeah,
right
they
here.
love their share of everything.
And then we have out here, which we missed a few little things. So we have our soursop trees coming in, planted coconut, waiting on that. And we have our West Indian cherries, Surinamese cherries, moringa, and June plum right there.
June plum. This is supposed to be a miniature June plum, is it? Or is a regular
It should be a
because
miniature, but it is apparently
it's-
getting something it loves.
yeah, because it's gone
growing.
way up.
And then we have loquat here, which is blossoming. We got our first sets of loquat earlier this year, which they're delicious, really delicious.
I've only seen loquats. I used to see them in Florida when I visited. My sister lived at a house where she had a loquat tree.
Remember, it's really delicious. So I'm looking.
So did you
forward to
plant
it.
that?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So I planted. Wow, most of the fruit trees that are here, I know 2 fruit trees were here when we got the property, the soursop and the Otaheite apple.
In the back.
Everything else we planted.
Okay.
So we have enough planted, probably over 50 fruit trees now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wow.
and increasing. The
And most
numbers.
of them are unusual. They're not usually common in
I am
Jamaica.
trying. I prefer to plant the stuff that I know I won't go out and get
Yes.
readily because it makes it more interesting. Up on the hillside here, we have dragon fruits. So I have dragon fruits and the trellises up there.
Oh,
sweet
that's the
sop.
trellis you put up for the dragon fruit.
We have our sweet sops, which we got our first good crop this year from the tree. And peanut butter fruit, which I'll say that's for the birds. That one is there. I planted it. I don't really like how it tastes, so I left it for the birds.
I don't know that one.
Because they love it.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
Tell me more about the dragon fruits because I see you have them like
Right.
the boxes are meant to stabilize them.
So they'll grow up and they'll grow up and then they'll branch out. So I have the oldest trellis up there. You'll see them branching, coming over.
Yes.
And we've gotten dragon fruit from the oldest trellis.
Right.
So
How did you get those plants?
So I got them as cuttings. I was actually always searching for dragon fruit for years. I wanted to grow dragon fruit. And I actually just told someone, Akeem, and he one day just brought me a whole pile of dragon fruit cuttings.
Really?
And I'm like,
because it's really a cactus, isn't
yes,
it?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And I must tell you, when I got the first, we had planted it like in January, and we got fruits in September. September last year, we got fruit. So it was less than a year. We got fruit from two of the cuttings. I got a white and a purple dragon fruit.
Oh, they have white
So,
and purple.
yeah, they have
I've
different
always seen
colours.
kind of reddish
It's
looking
red.
ones.
Can I say reddish? A deep red.
Yeah,
Like all
yeah.
the purple. It's a deep red.
Uh-huh.
Really sweet. I love the fruit. Really
Okay.
love the fruit. So I enjoy just getting, just having them there and eating them.
So you have these new trellises here,
Right. So I
and
have,
they're growing
yeah,
up.
small ones coming up on them.
Okay,
So one day I will have just dragon fruit right there.
right there. These are some of the pumpkins that you reap.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, the 100 and what? How many?
153 pounds.
53 pounds. Yeah.
So these I have left because I decided when I had so much that I was going to start selling them. So I did sell some of them, and I was most happy to use my funds to get stuff for my food forest after.
Great.
That was such a wonderful feeling. And so yeah, these are just some. So I have lots of. I think I'm now realizing I have different varieties of pumpkin seeds because I don't throw away pumpkin seeds.
Yeah.
I keep
So where you got this one? This one
This
looks.
must have come from a supermarket pumpkin somehow. And yeah, because I just throw them on the hillside sometimes. I try the seeds and just throw them on the hillside and let them just do their thing. Whenever they feel like coming up, they do, and then they'll just run on the hillside. So I have lots of varieties
Yeah.
of pumpkin seeds.
Nice. More Wambugu. Wambugu. Gu. G-U at the end. Okay, more Wambugu.
So these are in pots now. And these, I did get quite a bit of flowering going on these. The other farmers in St. Elizabeth and Manchester who are doing it, they are getting real good results with their flowering and fruiting. So I am gonna have to see what's happening with my soil in here and feeding them, because I've been trying to do everything organic. And I make a lot of my inputs myself, so I need to work on my formulations.
That's a little green lizard.
That's kermits. I call them all kermits.
Oh my God,
little
it's the
green
biggest one
lizards.
I've seen since I was a child.
I enjoy seeing them.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of lizards. I really enjoy
Yeah,
seeing
they're part of nature, and I'm okay with them right there.
Yeah.
Don't come too close to me.
them. And so we
But-
don't.
You see how the green is the same as the
Yeah.
green on the light pole?
And I do enjoy seeing them around.
Yeah. What is he called?
Kermit.
Kermit. Oh, Kermit.
Yeah,
That's
no,
an
not the
appropriate
frog, but the
name.
colour,
The
yeah.
color, yeah. So the plan is to propagate the
Well,
apples.
we don't have permission to propagate them in Jamaica. It's a patented apple. It's actually
Okay.
patented. So we are not allowed to do that in Jamaica. We haven't gotten that yet. But we are working with them in Kenya, Kate and her husband, to have this for this part of the world, to set up something hopefully for Jamaica for us to be able to do this for this side of the world.
Yes.
So yeah, but for now we're not allowed to. do that.
Okay.
I have gotten apple, so I know that it will do well here. I have no doubt it will do well in the hottest, because it's a apple that the climate, the weather, it doesn't need the cold.
Oh.
Like we were told that these apples, some varieties do, but the Wambugu apple doesn't. It
Okay.
doesn't need the
Because in
chill hour.
Kenya, it grows in the hot sections
About-
as well as the cool.
and about in other African countries as well, where
Okay.
it is hot. It is
Yes.
doing well.
Okay.
Doing well.
Okay.
So I've been communicating with farmers in other countries, like in Uganda.
Yes.
They're doing it and it's doing well in similar climatic conditions. So,
Okay. So it's just tweaking it until you get it right.
so once the plants get, acclimatized, they will be.
Yeah. All right. So now we're in a different area. This is like citrus.
Yes, so this is, I have little pockets of things all
Yes.
over. So we have here, this is a little special little tiny orange that I have coming up. So I'm waiting to see it bear fruit. We have kumquats. I have quite a few kumquats around. So they're ripening, and the nice thing about the kumquat is that the skin is sweet. So we usually peel our orange, but since you don't peel them, you just bite it. And it has a very lovely, if you smell it. Really beautiful smell. So I want to make marmalade. That's why I got so many kumquats, and I enjoy eating them. They're quite nice. So I have kumquats. I have limequat. So this is.
So how is limequat different from kumquat?
It's a cross between a kumquat and a lime. It's juicy.
Okay.
Really juicy.
Well, you do have limes on this one.
A lot of seeds. So that's the limequat, and I have a variegated pink lemon here.
So the fruit itself is going to be pink?
It's pink. I have photos
of the pink, right.
It's a yellow, can I say white and green. The skin is variegated beside the leaves, and the inside is pink.
Oh, really? That should be nice.
It's an interesting fruit. And then I have my mulberries here. This actually I put here for my husband because he loves to come and pick them.
Yeah.
So that's his. And then this one we have here.
What is this?
So this is a Australian.
This is a citrus as well?
It's a citrus. So this is the Australian finger lime, or they call it lime caviar. So this one is also.
Wow, look at that.
It's not juicy, it's more.
Yeah.
What I enjoy.
You could sprinkle it on salads or
seafood we use.
Yeah.
It's like little pops of. When you bite into it, it's sour. It is a lime. So.
What's it called again?
It's an Australian finger lime.
Nice.
I love having
tangy and nice.
I love having the unusual things because if I can get the regular everywhere. So I like having them.
Is this arrowroot?
Yes, this is arrowroot.
I haven't seen this in a long time.
This is, I call this little area my kitchen garden now. So we're planting back up. This is where my vegetables are for the house. And so I have the arrowroot, I have some chives here.
Yeah.
Which I'm bringing back up, and my spinach.
This is the green spinach.
Because there was a lot of spinach just everywhere.
Yeah.
So we have the green spinach and we have the purple one.
And I see you have a lot of purple one over there.
So, and then I had my drip irrigation system set up. Thanks to Rada. My extension officer came and helped.
Oh, that's great.
Going with that. So I harvest rainwater, which I use back here in the garden.
And you have some tomatoes there.
Yes, these are just coming back up. And if you see on my Instagram page, when this is in tomato production, it's a beautiful sight.
Oh, wow.
We have the tomatoes on here.
What are these? Really nice. Just to hold the tomatoes
up?
Just
for support for the tomatoes.
For the tomatoes, that's another way of doing it.
So we're going to be clipping these onto it.
And it just goes up?
It comes up. Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
So this is the support.
And you have pictures of that?
Yeah. So this is a governor's plum.
Okay.
I'm still wondering if I'm keeping it right here or if I'm
I see a ladybug here, which is a good thing in a garden.
I love
good thing in a...
The aphids are
yeah.
So when I see the ladybugs, I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I'm very happy.
I know.
I have Indian kale here. I searched to find this thing.
Oh, this is what they use for pepper pot soup. Yes. I haven't seen that for a long time too, since I was a child. So where did you find this?
Actually, my aunt, I found she had it growing because I got some from her many years ago. And the one I had, it actually died out. And my daughter loves pepper pot soup. So I had it there for her soups. And then I said, I have to get it back, and found it on my aunt way down. It was still there. And so I brought it back again.
Yeah, and I see you're getting some new ones growing up at the side there.
I'll make sure I don't lose this ever again.
Is this
Eggplant.
eggplant?
Yeah, so this is an old plant.
Mm-hmm.
So
Do you
all
trim
these
it back
things,
and then it will
it
spring
will
up
come back
again?
up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this one, I've had this here for quite a while now.
Yeah.
And we get to.
What is this?
Right, so this is Sakuma Wiki. All right, I think the same thing they call it, collard greens. But this is a Kenyan green, which they, just like we eat callaloo a lot.
They
in
eat a
Jamaica,
lot
they
of
eat
this. Yeah.
Sakuma Wiki.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have this here because I consider myself.
You have strawberry field here.
Yes, I have my strawberries here. We got quite a few the other day.
Any on it now, you think?
Not sure. It hasn't been flowering, so I don't think we have any.
So it's
on
not the
here.
time for it.
Right. So, but we did get quite a few the other day. My Wambugu apple, here's one.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
It's everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I have it all over.
How are these apples, the Wambugu,
They are what
different from what we call American apples?
So they are, I'll say no, they are African apples.
Yeah.
They are the same species. They are Malus domestica, which is the same species as the American apple. The variety is Wambugu. They are very sweet. They are very juicy, crispy. I love it. Has a very slight tart to it, which I love in an apple.
Yeah.
And it's just, it has its own distinct flavor, just like all the other apples have their own distinct flavor. And I think it's an apple that Jamaicans will enjoy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an apple that Jamaicans will enjoy. And you know the novelty of it too, having an apple tree like that.
Yes, and in a
backyard.
pot, if you're in a
Yes.
small
Yes,
space.
because we were told
Yeah.
that this thing was not supposed to grow in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And it is growing here, just like the grapes and the strawberries are here now and doing
Yeah.
well. So it's really a wonderful apple. Really a wonderful apple. Okay, so I have a lot of herbs planted in here for insects. So we have the rosemary, I have them dotted throughout the garden.
And they
So
keep the
they
insects
help to keep
away.
the insects away. Rosemary, lavender, the basil.
The basil as well.
So we just have them
Okay.
all
So it's
around.
good to plant that when you're doing organic,
Yes.
when you're growing your vegetables organically, which is a good way to do it.
So this
We
garden
can't pass the red. Is this red callaloo?
Red callaloo.
Yeah.
So this is just always here. It's always here because when it seeds, it spreads.
Spreads all
So
over the
we have
place.
It's all over.
Okay.
And I have, of course, a regular callaloo. I have them all in different little areas because for the house we come and we cut that. And
And your
enjoy-
pepper tree, that looks like a Christmas tree
Yes, so
with different colored lights.
this tree is always giving. There's always peppers on this tree.
Uh-huh.
Always peppers on this tree.
You plan to grow that pear or avocado in that pot?
In a bigger pot. I'm gonna put it
You're
in
going
one
to
of
transfer
the
into
blue-
one of the blue
Yeah.
buckets and it should bear.
It should bear. So I am, because the idea, so this section of the food forest I call my Jamaican container fruit forest. So
Okay.
down here I have fruit trees in pots.
Yes.
So I go for the unusual. So I have like my Spanish guava. I was sold that as a Spanish guava. Still waiting to see if it's a Spanish guava. And I have like different citrus. So I know I have tangerines. I have oranges. I have shaddock.
What is this?
I said this is
That's an avocado
that's
too?
an avocado. This is
But a different
Hass
variety.
avocado. Yes, that's
Okay.
a little ones.
Oh, okay.
Find that one. And I have guava, laceberry again. I spotted the tangerine, which I'm growing for my husband. So yes, I want that one to produce fruit for him.
Okay.
And of course my herbs in here, arugula, tarragon. I grow the stuff I love.
And
of
this
course,
is more
kumquat. I
kumquat.
have kumquats all around. This one is an Asian pear.
Which one?
This one.
Oh,
So
so it would be like that triangular shape, pear
I think
shape.
it's a little more roundish.
Yeah.
From what I've researched.
Okay.
So the Asian pear, I really want to taste this because I had a plant before and it died. So I'm looking forward to this one. And of the West Indian lime we have here, just starting to fruit
Which is
as
just
well.
our regular lime.
So this one just started to fruit, and it's just in a 5-gallon bucket. So you can grow, you can have your whole farm, even in 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah.
If you don't have the space.
Is
And
that an apple?
that's a peach. So
Oh, it's a
that's-
peach.
That's a golden peach, which I'm waiting.
I
to
was
taste
thinking
that
mango.
one.
It's not mango, it's a peach.
It's a peach.
Okay.
So that is what started this whole container fruit forest, was this peach tree.
Yeah.
So it's doing well. It's
And you support it,
yeah,
support the
because I
lanes.
lost one. I had another one in the ground and it just toppled over, and I was like, it was so big and beautiful.
And
so,
especially when there's heavy wind.
yeah, so I don't want to lose it. So but
Okay.
in all the pots I have here with the fruit trees, I have some other vegetable or something
Growing in the pot,
Right.
because here you have, is that
This is celery.
celery growing at the base?
Yeah, we have parsley, scallion.
And that one has scallion.
Yes, I don't buy scallion for my house at all.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
this is all stuff that we bring back to the house, and the callaloo we have in there as well. And I have okras at the side over there. So I try to plant.
This is really a food forest.
And my gungo.
Your gungo doing very well. Wow,
peas
they're
are
nice. And one of the things I learned about gungo peas, you can cut it back and it
And it's very
springs
good,
and
because I used to
bears
think it
again.
was a one-time
Yeah, it's not.
It does.
It can be there for years.
So this is, we got a nice crop from this area for last year for Christmas.
And it's look like it's getting ready for this Christmas again. It's looking good.
Which I'm waiting to get back my chickens, so we just
Really?
yes, I just
Oh
gave away
my gosh.
birds the other day because they got a little old. But every day we would pick up eggs.
Uh-huh.
Every day we got eggs, which were like far superior to what you buy in the supermarket.
Okay.
And these chickens were well fed because whatever came from the garden, they got a lot of stuff from the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they would have gotten a whole pumpkin for themselves.
Healthy eggs.
And this is something unusual here. This is galangal, which I use for Thai foods. So I've always wanted galangal, and I found it one day.
Because you're a chef as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I found galangal because I want to make my curry paste.
I thought it was heliconia. Is it from the heliconia
They are
family?
from the same family.
Okay. So what does it? Does it bear something, or
It's
you
a
use the
root.
leaves?
It's a root. So you get the root.
And
It's
you-
like the turmeric, we have turmeric.
Yes.
So in this little corner, it was my root corner. I had ginger growing there.
And this is all turmeric.
Ginger.
Uh-huh.
Turmeric, arrowroot, galangal. I had in this. area
Galangal.
right here. I try and grow stuff that for the different cuisines.
Mm-hmm.
So like you see, I have a lot of curry leaf up there. I just chopped down a huge curry leaf tree for my Indian foods. I
Okay.
try and get all the things that I won't get if I just go to the supermarket. I have them growing.
Okay. And so, because when you do your cooking classes, which you have, is it just summer that you have
No,
the
it's
Chris-
right through.
It's right throughout the
We
year.
do have the summer camp every year.
The summer camp.
All we do for the summer is the summer camp with the kids.
Yeah.
So
And they cook different
different cuisines.
cuisines.
Yes. So we
Yeah.
have to have the stuff that we won't be able to find around. We have them growing.
So what is this?
So this is a lychee. So I got this one recently and I'm trying it in the pot.
In the pot.
So I hope to eat lychee from this one day. We have a longan down the bottom there as well.
But that's in the ground.
In the ground.
Okay.
So I just want to have all the exotics. I'm gonna try and get a rambutan as well.
What is that one?
That's also it's related.
To the same.
It's red and it has little spikes.
Okay.
Like a little monster.
Okay.
It's a nice little. It's a really
Well,
nice.
tell me if this works, because I'd love to grow a lychee tree. I love lychee.
Lower food forest down the bottom here, which this is my next area for development. So down here I have my yams. I have renter yam. I have my bananas, my plantains, my cassava, cocoa,
Everything.
and of course the ackee trees there.
Yeah.
And we have our breadfruit tree up top here, and a plantain, which we just cut a bunch of plantain there.
Yeah.
I'll show you that in a little. So we have our plantains, and then we're doing the entire hillside. We're moving plantains up on there because it's so hard to get up there. We're just filling it up with plantains, and I just put Gros Michel banana, Gros Michel, banana up there because I want to have all the species, all the varieties. Getting in frog banana.
Frog banana.
Yes.
Takes me back to my childhood.
So, I wanted, this is my Jamaican Food Forest, which turned me into a farmer. I consider myself a farmer.
A farmer and a chef?
Yes. I love to tell people I'm a farmer.
Oh.
Just because of my food forest.
Yes.
I enjoy it, I really do.
Lovely. I'm impressed, Latoya. That's a big one. That's a lot of fingers.
This is actually a small bunch.
Really?
Because we've gotten bigger bunches of planting. Because we have a little system down there we call a banana circle. Which is just a hole I dug like 3 feet wide, 6 feet wide by 3 feet deep. And what we do, any little leaves or the banana trees, once we cut them down,
you drop them in.
All the organic stuff go in there. And then we have the wastewater from the house, which also feeds right into that. So it's always moist. And then the banana trees and plantings around it will go in. The roots go in and feed from that.
They go in automatically.
Yeah, the roots will just go
towards the water.
And then it's very rich because everything is breaking down. So
the bananas are planted around this
banana circle.
So
we get huge bunches.
Okay.
So this one came from the hillside, so this one wasn't at the circle.
But,
yeah, we usually get nice big bunches of planting, which are usually nice because we allow them to get fit.
Yes.
So we're not cutting anything before it's ready.
Yeah.
So everything usually tastes much better. All right, so this is the sweet potato that I have growing at the front.
Whoa.
With the apples and the pumpkin. So this one is a very tiny little one, but it's very bright purple when it's cooked. So,
that's so pretty.
Variety instead of the regular one we're used to. So I like growing the unusual.
Yes,
so
that is such a pretty color.
And it's really delicious.
Do they get bigger than that?
Yes, they do get big. And this is a nice little system, even though all of these are finished. But this, what we do, we put composted stuff in here. So the scraps from the kitchen, vegetable cuttings and stuff.
And this is gone down all the way down, and it has the holes.
So what will happen after you
that's
keep
interesting.
filling it, and the earthworms keep going in and eating, coming back out and putting it in here.
Yeah.
So sometimes when we don't put it for a while, you look down there, it's empty.
Oh.
Because they have taken out everything. So I know that this is a very rich soil that we're gonna have.
Okay.
Eventually.
And then you just grow your pak choy or any other vegetable here.
So we have harvested, we're going to be putting back in, and I decided to let this papaya grow
just in
to
it.
see what will happen, because it has good soil.
But that's interesting, I like that. That's a good idea.
And
you could do this with the drum as well, with the half drum.
Yes, you could. So this we're going to be adding more fabric to it and soil. So that's why we have it this high.
Okay, so it will come up a little higher.
But there's a growing technique I saw in Kenya. So we're going to be growing on the outside of the bag as well.
Okay.
Not just on the inside, we're going to grow on the outside.
Outside.
So that's why I need to really build this up and get the soil nice and rich. And then we're going to grow in it.
Okay. Latoya, we have to come out of the heat. It's so hot, but so we're in the cool, and what a fabulous tour this was. I really enjoyed it.
It was nice having you here. Really nice having you here.
It's so many things that I've never seen before, and I'm impressed with what you're doing here. A small space, and you have been here just about 4 years, and you have done so much. It's quite an inspiration. So thanks for having us.
You're most welcome, and you're welcome to come back to taste and see.
Yes, taste and see. I will. I'm particularly interested in tasting the apples and the dragon fruit So I'll call you as soon as we have some ready. Yes.
Come and taste.
And we'll show it to our viewers.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And thank you guys for coming along with us on this, what I thought was a most enjoyable tour. I hope you liked it. Remember now to share this with your friends, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.